All right, guys, got a video for you. This is about how these vehicles are just so finicky in today's society, and let's not forget the outrageous prices. Let's start the video.
Year, cars are getting more expensive. They're adding more features and more things that obviously go wrong. Some of these vehicles are almost built not to last. Planned obsolescence is what these manufacturers are doing. When you look at most new vehicles, it's going to have auto start and stop. It's probably going to have deactivation if it has more than 4 cylinders. If
Yeah, that what is it? That automatic start and stop. That's the dumbest stuff ever. Um, it tears up your starter? I think your alternator, but definitely your starter. It just wears down your vehicle quicker. That's all. But silly design. I know they said something about, oh, it's to help with fuel. Nah.
it is a 4 cylinder, it's going to have a turbo most likely, and it's going to be like a 1.5 with a little turbo, which is definitely going to increase thermal load. Those are small engines built to get as much fuel economy with that small turbo. And when it comes to long-term reliability, it definitely doesn't equal out because they're probably running the thinnest oil they possibly can, combined with also doing super long oil changes. Think about this, a lot of manufacturers right now in 2026 are telling their customers with their brand new vehicles to do 7,500 or 10,000 mile oil changes. But most people know 5,000 with full synthetic is plenty. Oil's much cheaper than a whole new engine. But this is part of the big issue is maintaining vehicles now. Sometimes it's not even possible. I mean, the new Ram pickup trucks don't even have a dipstick with the inline six. You can't.
I mean, the vehicles they making nowadays, they don't want, what is it? The right to repair. They don't want you touching it. So you need an oil change, alignment. You need to put air in your tires. They want you to go straight to the dealership so they can, you know, give you the business. So I mean, they know they're doing. They're not making them to last. We all know that. Um, I didn't know about the was it the V8, and then you can switch it to 4 cylinder to save on fuel. And I heard one guy. Well, I read a comment on Reddit, and the guy said just disable that, and you'll be fine. But a lot of people was complaining about the motor just blowing up. Uh, when they try to switch back and forth from 8 cylinder to 4 cylinder. But apparently, a guy on Reddit said you can disable it, and then they'll solve the problem. So I understand being fuel efficient, but I don't know. Me personally, I just would have came up with the design. I would have tested it for a year, just letting the employees have their turns with it, and that way you can, you know if it's any bugs in the system and what to fix. But for you just to come up with an idea and then just throw it out there in the market and not really test it, I mean, how long have you tested it? A couple weeks, couple days? Nah. So that's silly right there. I would automatically give it a year uh, a test run, and like I said, just let all the employees take their turns driving it back and forth to work, home, whatever, and then we can go from there. So the idea doesn't sound bad at all, but is it reliable? Because I'm hearing a lot of people saying that those motors blow up within like 30,000 miles. So
And even check your oil level with the dipstick. It's crazy. They want you to rely on the screen and all this stuff. And you're going to have 15 different screens that some of you don't want, but you're going to have to pay for, especially when they put multiple little screens throughout the front of the dash. It's just a complete gimmick and it's not even useful. In the cylinder deactivation, I mean, look at what's going on with General Motors. It's been a complete failure. They have never figured out how to properly do cylinder deactivation. They had a reliable V8 before, and then they messed it all up. Dynamic fuel management, active fuel management, it just is not working. And it's pretty simple when you're driving down the road with the V8 and you shut down to 4 cylinders. That's definitely not going to increase reliability. And so now General Motors has a huge recall with a lot of vehicles affected, and they're not even taking care of their customers. Most people are just going to get higher oil viscosity, and there you go. You're down the line. And at any point in time, the engine could just fail. It's not okay. And look over at Toyota with the Tundra, same sort of deal. Complete engine failure. And that's crazy because they had a reliable vehicle just a few years ago and they had a V8. They switch it up for a Turbo 6 and it's been a disaster. And it's crazy because it's Toyota, a brand that was held to that higher standard for reliability reliability. But it's every brand. Do they want you to keep your car forever, or do they want you to either buy new parts or buy a new vehicle? And most
Yeah, in today's society, they want you to buy a new vehicle. Um, pretty much every, I mean, really, they want you to get one every year, but every 2 years they want you to trade that bad boy in and get you another one. You know, to keep you on that hamster wheel. That's all it is to it. Oh, and the whole V6 turbo trim is not good for you. It just burns out your motor quicker. Gotta understand, um, those turbos are not, they're not reliable on a consistent basis. You know, normally people get those things. You know, they got sports cars, right? But if you're like a regular driver going back and forth to work, grocery store, all that other stuff like that, it's not made for that. They make it sound good, but if you do the research on those turbos, it's not meant for that. So if you're not racing, don't get a vehicle with a turbo in it. So I mean, not necessarily you got to race, but a sports car or some type of sports car. So if you're not dabbling with that, don't get a vehicle with a turbo in it. It sounds good, but it's gonna just wears out your motor quicker. So
manufacturers are pushing to CVT transmissions, which are
which are trash. I've talked to many of car salesmen. They said if it says CVT, stay away. So that's a fair warning.
obviously prone to having more issues. Going from 0 to 15, that low speed takeoff is when the CVT is most stressed. And most manufacturers are going to advertise it as a lifetime. You don't need to change timing belts. You don't need to change the transmission fluid. They're going to say it's for the lifetime of the vehicle, which what is that? That's going to be the warranty. So it's a complete joke, and they don't even want you to maintain them. They don't want you to change anything. So combine that with 10,000-mile oil changes, never changing transmission fluid, and never changing a timing belt. Do you think these new cars are going to last? Let alone how they're engineered. It seems like sometimes they're just not engineered to be repaired, and they're obviously not engineered for long-term reliability. If there's a possibility that the vehicle part could be made out of plastic, it is going to be made out of plastic, whether it's for the engine or whether it's for anything. They will use a housing plastic for everything, thermostats,
That's
everything. And it
true.
makes you wonder why, but it's pretty obvious. So they can save money anywhere they can. So they're trying to save all these little pennies here and there to make everything out of plastic, and then they charge crazy prices for the vehicle. That's the worst part about the whole thing. You're paying more money nowadays, and you would think, okay, you pay more money, you get a more reliable vehicle.
Yeah, after the pandemic, they started jacking prices up on everything. But I watched a review about the new Lincoln Navigator. You know, the guy was uncomfortable doing a review because he knew it was BS. But first time I ever heard about it's an American vehicle being over 6 figures. So the thing was like 130, and he was like, "Oh man, the outside looked nice." He started going through the car. He went inside. He said, "Yeah, man, you can check out the premium interior." And as soon as he sat in there, his hand and his arm hit the armrest, straight plastic, not even quality plastic. It was just plastic. And he was looking embarrassed. So he started going around the vehicle. Door panels plastic, the dash was plastic, and I'm like, bro, wasn't that car like a year ago? It was like 65 or something. But you know, got these idiots, and I'm gonna say it again, you got these idiots out here getting these vehicles that's not even worth the price. So they on something else. Me, I'm like, nah. Then they don't even have the good warranty. I heard stories about people trying to go in there and use their warranty, the dealership acting shady with them, and they had to come out of pocket. So, but like I said, if you're the idiot, hey, you want to go ahead and pay extra, what, $70,000 for a vehicle? That anyway.
But it's like the complete opposite. Some of these older vehicles, especially just a few years ago, look at Toyota, the last generation Tundra, the last generation 4Runner. These vehicles that were more reliable than the new models are now. This video is sponsored by LastFit. LastFit offers high quality floor mats that fit your vehicle perfectly. They have raised edges, so if anything happens, they're gonna protect it. They're actually 3D scanned, so they fit your vehicle perfectly. And you can see the difference in protection from a standard floor mat to the actual LastFit all-weather floor mat. Much more protection with that LastFit all-weather floor mat. Whether you're keeping your current car or getting a new one, you want to go ahead and get some LastFit all-weather floor mats. And one of the best parts is the price. They are priced much better than the competitors. And you can get 20% off if you click the link in the description and use TOM20. TOM20 for 20% off the LastFit website. And you can buy with confidence. They have a hassle-free lifetime warranty, and they also have great customer service and a 90-day money-back guarantee. It's a good product at a good price. The links are in the description. Don't forget to use the discount code TOM20. And I want to thank LastFit for sponsoring this video and supporting the channel. And this is why people are keeping their vehicles for longer than they ever have. They would rather keep what they have than go purchase a new vehicle. And the craziest thing is some of these new cars are getting like paywall subscriptions where you have to pay to get features. You already pay
Who was that? BMW. I don't know if if they actually did it or not, but I remember they had an article about that. Oh yeah, we're gonna go subscription based. So if you want to use your heated seats, if you wanna use your Bluetooth, if you wanna use your sport mode, yeah, it's behind the paywall. I'm like, good luck with that.
$50, $60, $100,000 for the vehicle, and then they want you to pay a monthly fee to access a feature, but you already paid for the car. This is going to be a new thing that a lot of manufacturers are jumping on, but it's not good for the consumer. So the whole situation is not good. I mean, you have turbocharged engines combined with CVTs, with electronics all over the place, and the most amount of plastic they can possibly use without any maintenance being done, for the most part, in the bare minimum maintenance at that. So what do you think's going to happen? And any vehicle eventually does have an issue. But these newer vehicles, once there is a big issue, it's just time to throw it away. They're almost making these vehicles more disposable while raising the price to a whole nother level. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day and stay blessed.
Yeah, it's just like the appliances, your microwave, refrigerators and all stuff like that. They're making it all fancy. Oh, look at this new tech. Like, bro, I just need this refrigerator to keep my ice cream cold. They're doing it on purpose. They're trying to draw you in with all the bells and whistles, but it's not reliable. It's just junk. Those things break within several months, and then they literally want you to buy a new set every year. So at the end of the day, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Me personally, nothing wrong with my stainless steel double door refrigerator, stainless steel stove, gas stove, overhead microwave, uh, dishwasher. Even though I don't even use it, don't fall for all the gimmicks. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But yeah, if you would get into all that high tech fancy stuff, oh, I can text my refrigerator and let them know to drop the temperature for my for my water bottles. You don't need that. You don't need that. It's just another way to get more money out of you. And on top of that, it costs way more to fix it than for you to buy a new one. So that's how they got it. They got it to where it costs way more to fix it, more to fix it than actual just buy another one. It's all part of the plan because even the parts, they jack up the parts. And then of course you got to have you know, your techs come out there repaired. They got to make money. They got to charge you. They're not going out there for fun. So a part literally will be half of the appliance itself. That's if they even have it in stock. And on top of that, the tech's going to charge you several $100s. And at that point, it's like, well, damn, for an extra $100 or $200, I can just buy another one. That's what they want you to do. So just keep in mind with your appliances, if it's working, if anything, get some. I mean, if you can afford it, get the good stuff, right? Get the industrial grade stuff. If you can afford it. If not, get you their regular old, refrigerator that your grandma had for 30 years. Get you one of those. So just keep in mind, don't be worrying about all that touchscreen this and Bluetooth and hook up to the internet and nah, that's just a way to get more money out you, and it's not even reliable. So there's a reason why all those appliances still running to this day. It's a reason why all those vehicles, the old vehicles, are still on the road to this day. It's simple, easy to fix, low maintenance, and it lasts as long as you want it to last. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, let me know down below. Leave your comments, your concerns. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and no matter what, I will take your peace, your pockets, and your purpose.